Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are building a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. We're adding the title screen credits to our game here. So we fade in the logo real quick before we fade in Tashio Tempo, and then we can resume the game or start the game. So we're working on this in the title screen state. So okay, so we've got a couple things left. So I think, we fade in from black. Oh, Jimmy, buddy, Jimmy. What is Jimmy doing? Okay. So we fade out logo. I want to fade out the logo maybe 1.5. Okay, in step 2, we start fading out. That's the same step. We start updating our lava system so that we can see it. We need to render our lava system in step 2 also, which we do. Cool. Then we fade up the alpha, which this is Tashio title fade in. And then okay, so yep, fade out logo. At the same time, we update. When logo's fully faded out, we fade in the title, which could be a little slower. But also at step 3 and beyond is where we want to allow pressing start. So it's not that, we want to basically check if it's step 3 or greater. So if our step is greater than 2, then we want to listen for start or action. Yeah. Cool. Let's see this. You know what? I'm going to take out the debug text here. Right, we fade in, fade out. Oh, that's looking cool, dude. And with the music, it's going to be really cool. It's going to be really cool with the music. I wonder if we can import the music now. I thought I exported it. Oh, look at that Jimmy. Jimmy eyeballs are so cute peeking in. Let me see. Tashio. I could have sworn we uploaded this already. We might not do it just yet. Yeah, I don't have them uploaded yet. I've got the title made though, so that should be good. Jimmy, where's Jimmy, man? Hold on. Jimmy Cam. Look at that Jimmy Cam, dude. Epic Jimmy Cam. Okay. So yeah, we're working on the title screen. It's looking pretty good. I don't think title or start, so this is good, 1.5 second. That looks pretty good. I kind of want, if you hit space or start, to maybe just go as opposed to waiting. Maybe maybe what we can do is advance our step if while it's fading in, right, which is fade in logo. Maybe in this step 2 we can listen for a input, and we can say if input is action, then we just want to advance our step anyway right here. This should speed it up a little bit. If we just spam action while it loads, we can kind of skip it a bit. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, that's nice. So it's like if you wait, it takes its time to fade in. But if you essentially just spam it right away, yeah, you can kind of go here and then go right into it. That's good. I'm kind of thinking maybe we add Salto's art and just pixelize it back there instead of my shitty volcano. I'm kind of tempted to do that. Let's see. I guess the question is if we have it in a sprite or what it looks like. Let's see. It looks like we don't have. This is okay though. Let's try this. Let's open this in Asprite. I don't mind it the way it is now, but Salto did some great work for us, so might as well use it. Come on, man. You don't know Asprite, dude? Give me a freaking break, dude. Oh my god. Freaking Windows, dude. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Because what we ideally want is this to be just the colored text. So if we can kind of like... This is bad. We should have separated these. This is bad. Oh no. Bro, okay, there's gotta be a better way for this. Shoot, man. I wonder if there's a way to do a curves adjustment. Oh, that looks pretty close. Let's try that. Yeah. Okay, we got it. Okay, so we're gonna try to put. We're just gonna see what Salto's art looks like back here. It looks pretty spot on. It missed 2 pixels on the H. No, it didn't. Okay, I think it got it. Let's try. And you know what? Pictures. I could have sworn we saved it here in pictures. We've got the background here. Oh, come on. Why does it do that, man? When does it cut off the edges? Dude, why does it do that? Okay. Yo, the Game Boyified, you know, we gotta darken it up, obviously, but I wonder if we can do like a curves adjustment to the background. So, I guess, do we not have any like effects or anything? We've got curves, dude. Okay. Basically, we want to darken the bright parts, yeah? Or we want to darken the mid parts. We want to keep the bright volcano bits, but darken the sky and darken the mountains. I don't know, the red is just too much. This isn't bad. I just want to desaturate a bit. Uh-oh, why did it bake in here, dude? Why did it bake in on that? Fuck. Dude, why does it do that? It like bakes it in on all layers. Okay, that time it didn't. What the heck, dude? Okay, that time it didn't. Okay. Okay, I think this part, these white parts need to be more gray. Dude. What is going on, man? It's like trying to Yo, Salto! What up, what up? Yo, I'd give you a shout out, but it's just me in here until all you guys came. So what's up, what's up? Creamy Raid for the win. Yo, I'm adding Salto's volcano art to the title screen of the game here. So this is what I'm working on now. So I'm adding the title screen. So like look at this. This is my art. Yeah. This is my art. And Salto's volcano. So a little bit of an upgrade we got going on here. You know. But yeah, dude. Hey, hope you had a good stream. I know that was like a 4-hour stream. That was cool, dude. Yeah, I hope it all went well. I've been sitting here trying to figure out the magic wand tool in Sprite for a good like 5 minutes. Because I'm wanting to darken these clouds back here, but it's not liking me doing that, so. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah. I want to replace it with like a gray color. Dark gray. Maybe a purple. Yo, Filthy, yo, thank you for the follow, homie. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I want it to be darker. Yeah. Yeah, a bit purple. A bit purple. I'm kind of digging, you know, it reminds me of, I mean, it is at Game Boy resolution, right? So it looks, I don't know if I like that purple. Nurse, what up? Yo, I like that Jake emote. I've never seen that. Creamy raid indeed. I forgot to clock in, dude. This is okay. This is okay, though. Yeah, I don't know. The purple... I mean, the purple's thematic. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm okay with this for now. This is cool. So let's try to see what this looks like in game here. So we should be able to just save this. I don't know. Part of me wants to back up my old one, but it's so bad. It's so bad. I don't think I want it. 'Cause this is what it used to look like. Ta-da! I didn't mind it, actually. Like, it got the job done. But yeah, I've got to... What I do is, like, when I forget to clock in, because I mostly forget to clock in at the end of... Oh, we gotta fix the Jimmy Cam. I'll just take my VOD that I recorded and just turn it into minutes and then add it. Clock in posthumously. Okay, so this is title screen temp, so we can save this as title screen. So title screen temp. We say don't replace, but save it as a PNG, and it is just called title screen. Okay. Let's see. So here we set our title screen here, title screen temp. See how we're drawing this title screen temp? We want to draw just the title screen, but we can't just say that. We have to tell Lua Love2d that it's a drawable. So if we go to this title screen temp, we set a global variable called title screen, and we give it the title screen PNG that we just exported. So let's see here. We load our game, we get our logo going on, we queue up the lava particle system, we fade into, oh dude, looks sick, man. It looks good. And then I made some music for this, so I will have to import this soon, but I don't have the music just yet. But yeah, look at that wonderful volcano, man. Looks sick. Looks sick. So yeah. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Let me fix the Jimmy cam real quick. Dude, it's looking cool. It's looking cool. And then like I've got the music too, so like it'll be sick. So I made the music on my synthesizer. So it's not like true Game Boy music, but it's synthesized music that I made to kind of reminisce with, you know, old Game Boy Color games. So I'm excited for that. Oh, dude, it looks so cool. I don't know why it took me so long to put Salto's volcano in there, because it's right there in the back staring at me the whole time. So this is cool. So we've got the end of the demo working. So for anyone who hasn't seen the game, it's about magic and music and spell casting. So we've got this little mage here and this purple water. The more I think about it, the more I rip off from Sekiro, right? Where I'm like, oh, it's the corrupted waters. You know, so here's a dungeon we've got. Here's where you get the green tunic, which allows you to push items. You can attack the bats here. You can get some crates here. And the idea is you go through the dungeon. I'll just run through it real quick and show you guys. So you can make it through the dungeon. You got a spell cast. Now, we show that you have to break the crates because you can get into the dungeon by breaking the crate. But they also serve two purposes. If I block this bat hole with a boulder, the bat can't fly out of his hole when he's blocked. So I can use this crate and not break it, but push it there to block the bat hole, and then block this one. I blocked it a little too late, so he got out. But if you time it right, if you're fast enough, you can block the other ones from spawning. But you have to be careful not to accidentally break your crate, because you could unlock a bat hole essentially. And then this one, I've got a little trap there, and the son of a bitch, dude, son of a bitch. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. Well, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. Yeah, so I'm still dead because I'm shit. We got some work to do. But yeah, so the idea is you come out of the dungeon and then you get what's called a tome, which, oh gosh, I can't even do it. I can't even show y'all easily. Here, if we go to our spawning point. If we know which one it is that has the end of our, I think it's not 411. I think it's this one, 7.5. If we spawn at 7.5, this is like the coming out of the, oh man, we're still stuck in title screen. Okay, so this is coming out of the dungeon. So if I didn't die there, I could have come out the dungeon here, And we've got a little sand particle system that blows in here. So that's our way of kind of limiting the player from exploring too far because we haven't built the game out. But here you get the first tome, and it's like, think of like a 10 commandment, but with sheet music inscribed. Like tab for your loot is inscribed on this thing. So it gives you a little riddle, and you can equip it there in your inventory. Same with your spellcast elements and tunic and whatnot. So if you have your tome equipped, if you don't have your tome equipped, then when you put on your loot, you're in a free play. But if you've got your tome equipped, it'll come out and it'll play Guitar Hero tab for you. So the idea is you kind of solve the riddle on the tome, and it tells you you've got to go to Mage's Castle essentially and play it. And then I'll show you guys what happened. Like this is I guess it's kind of spoilers for the end of the demo, but this is what we've been working on. So if you're over here and you've got your loot equipped, then you can play the music, and if you do good, something happens. So let's see. Oh, fuck it, I messed up at the end, but you get 5. You get 5 mistakes, right? So we cleanse the waters. And then we get to roll the credits for the demo here. So this is where we give Salto a big shout out for the art. You can go check out the source code, check out my website. There we go. We got saltomanga.com in there. And then all our credited supporters. And we've got this like lava particle system rendering in the background, kind of like the title screen. And then you can speed up if you don't want to sit through there. You want to get back to playing the game, because once credits are done, it'll fade from black and give you back control so that you can go and continue to play game if you want to go get more spellcast upgrades or whatnot. So we've got little meditation idols. We've got a little inn that you can rest at. And then we've got a refinery for upgrading elements for spellcasting. So you can nap and heal. You can rest at meditation idols and restore your element's vibrancy. And all of these fence posts here are like stand-ins to stop players from, because like I would raid people and they'd want to play the game, and then they'd play and then they'd walk like straight up, and then there's just nothing but placeholder. There's 100 screens of placeholder up here. So like we've got a little mini map we made. So like this is the whole game map, right? It's 100 screens of just placeholder stuff right now. Like we've only kind of made, we've kind of designed the Mage's Castle and the refinery and the dungeon, so there's 100 screens in the overworld that are explorable, and you can kind of see the biomes. Like here's the ice mountain up here, the volcano up in the top right, the desert in the bottom right, and then the forest is kind of split in the middle. And the forest is kind of what I'm thinking. There's going to be a lot of like nooks and crannies that you can go dive into underground and harvest minerals. And the minerals are for spell casting. So basically, if you want to get a new spell, you have to harvest enough minerals of that type to go take it to the refinery and get them crafted. So, for example, here if you've got the green tunic, you can push this boulder. And here's what rubies look like. So they're like little rubies in the floor that you can harvest and pick up. And then it keeps track. I've got 99. I gave myself enough to get all the upgrades, but they'll cap out at 99, but you'll go take your raw elements over to the refinery so that you can get the new spellcast abilities. And then, right now it'll say, we've got the wrong text for this. We've got to switch that back. But we don't have enough upgrade for buying the blue spell just yet. So we have to look for sapphires, right? So I'm thinking like in the forest biome, you're going to kind of find a bunch of little nooks and crannies, little caves, little dungeons that you can find different minerals in, because I don't want it to be, I don't know if I want it to be like super linear where you have to do it in order. I kind of want it to be like, if you're really curious what the yellow spell is, you know, you just are on the hunt for topaz so that you can go find and craft the yellow spell, because we can buy it right now just because I gave us that amount, but it doesn't actually unlock it in the inventory. So right now we just have Flama you get from the beginning. So we have, oh gosh, yeah, we have like a little scripted opening cinematic here. We're changing it here. Since I'm working on the title screen, I kind of boot us into the title screen phase. Oh gosh. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so here's the opening cinematic, right, where Mage rescues us from being passed out over here in the volcano biome. It's like a sneak peek to the volcano biome. And he rescues us. We wake up in his castle. It gives us a little intro on how to play the game, what buttons are what. This is where we get our loot for the first time. And then tells us the controls, and this is like a little library that kind of tells us what different things are and how to use them. So it's just like a little way of like an in-game tutorial set in the form of like a library. And then we have the mage wall here, so I can't show you the cinematic for mage to come out. Oh, actually, maybe he'll come out if I go down here. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, it's cut. Oh, he gets the wall rendered on top of him, which isn't good. The wall isn't there until he leaves. I just have that there because when we're playing the game and we don't trigger the opening cinematic, we need that wall to be there so you can't accidentally walk in and nothing. So we do have that. We're not rendering Flama 2, which is bad. So we need to fix that. And the show off mineral we need to fix for our tunic, but actually that's probably not necessary because you don't have the tunic at that point at the beginning of the game. So I love Mage, man. Mage looks so cool. And then, so yeah, you can see what Salto did back here, you know, with everything. So here's Mage and Tashio. Yeah. Oh, he's found it all right. He found it. But yeah, I've got some new emotes I just made. And then Salto made us some awesome art. We've got some awesome emotes here made by Salto. Yeah. So yeah, it's coming together. The demo's hopefully going to be done at the end of this month. I don't have too many things to do. You know, I've got to fix a couple of little things, but in terms of features, we got pretty much everything. It's just like tidying up and then making a couple new art sprites for the overworld, because a lot of it is placeholder art, because I was just working on the features instead of, you know, the art and stuff. So now that the features are in place, we can really start to dive in and design some levels. So not really some levels, but like some overworld, right, where we need to make it feel like a village, right? This village needs to feel like there's a bunch of different little homes, a couple new NPCs. At the beginning of the game, the NPCs are kind of like talking shit towards you because the mages are what caused all this purple corrupted water to be here. So a lot of the NPCs don't even want to talk to you. And then as you progress and as you cleanse the waters, they'll start opening up to you and giving you some more side quest abilities when they're not so mad at you, base kind of deal. And then, yeah, we're going to have a total of 4 spells, 4 tunics, and then 4 tomes. So, and we've got 1 tunic, 1 spell, and 1 tome done. So we're kind of technically 1/4 done with the game. Kind of, you know, this is where this is the room where we need the yellow tunic of light so they can light up your path so you can actually see where you're walking. Otherwise, you just kind of fall into pits. Think of Pokemon where you go in a cave and don't have flash. Yeah. And then they're pieced, man. They're pieced off. It's going to be... Yeah, it's good though. I mean, it's like we've got a lot of the hard work done in terms of the game engine and drawing maps and entities and bad guys and health and spellcast systems, and we've got all that in. So I'm hoping we can finish the game in 2027. I put Q1 2027 in the credits initially, and I was like, I don't want to like overpromise, but I'm going to be working with Salto in our check-ins to try to like stay reasonable in terms of like, hey, like I need a checkpoint of 3 months in, I need to have one biome finished. If I don't, I'm way behind schedule, because there's 4 biomes total. If I can't get one biome done in 3 months, then this game is not coming out in a year and a half. So the whole goal was to get the game done in 2 years, and it's already been a year and a half, and the demo's not even done yet. So it's tough, but we're making some good progress, so I'm excited about it. And we're just working on finishing up this title sequence, because this is like, once I'll be able to add the music, but this is cool. I like the title. I like the new title. I think I'm okay with this. It's just that when we go into, if we die, we don't want to load the Finding Focus logo. We only want to load that if it is the first time we load the game. Like when we boot the game, we want to load the Finding Focus logo, but otherwise we want to skip to the Tashio title card. So, thanks, Nurse. I appreciate that. It is definitely here. We get to see the best animation of the game here. I like this a lot. Just this infinite fall into a chasm here. So if we quit to the title screen from here, we should not load. Yeah, I don't want to load the logo here. I think I just want to load in the title screen here. So let's see what step that is and try to go into it if we die instead of just load the game. So when we go to a title screen state, it looks like this. And the title screen fade in is what? Fade in logo, fade out logo. Okay, so we need to kind of skip to step 3 in the title screen state. So we could, we can modify this step 3 to be, instead of, and actually, how does it get reset to step 1? It kind of gets reinitialized once we change to it. So I guess when we die, when we change to a title screen state, right here. Nope. Where did we do it? We have a title state. That's what it's called. Title state. Okay. So right here in a play state, if we hit start and it's a game over screen. So this is like the normal game over screen, and then the falling in a chasm game over screen. So let's try to do, let's try to do it in the falling chasm, where we say we change our state, then we want to go into our state machine. We want to go into the current state machine, which is now the title screen state. We want to go into the step and assign it to be 3 so that we skip the fade in for the logo. So let's see if that works. We'll just have to give our player much less health so we can test it faster. So we'll just give ourselves a little old 1/2 heart of health so that we can fall in and die. So let's see. We're looking to skip that logo by the time we continue a game. So let's fall in a hole here and let's see. Okay, so we quit. Oh, that worked perfect. It faded in and everything. So, yeah, we don't have that yet. This It's messed up. It's messed up. That actually is fixed. It's just that on the web deployment, you can't save and load the data. So on the web deployment, that kept crashing when I kept loading our previous state or loading more health. So that's fixed. It's just that on the web deployment, I have to come up with something other than loading data, because on the web deployment, I cannot save, to the browser the data for it to load. I don't know how to do that. So we're going to have to come up with some specific web deployment logic so that when you hit continue game, it's not loading save files from the binary serialization, but it's gonna just it's gonna take you to whatever your current last screen was, and it's just gonna give you an arbitrary amount of health. But yeah, ideally people would be able to beat the demo in the browser, but they would have to not refresh the browser. If they refresh, they've lost their progress. So that kind of sucks, but what can you do? What can you do? It's just a bonus that it works on the web. So after the demo's done and after I have the web deployment working for the demo, that's the last web support I'm going to provide for it, because it's just too much work and we can't save progress or load progress. So I don't think it's worth it. So we'll just have the demo available on the web, and it'll stop once we're done with the demo. Development will stop. So it works on phone and on desktop. So if anyone wants to try on their phone, it looks like a little Game Boy and you can play it. It's like 3 months old of a build compared to this one, but by the time we launch the demo, part of the process is going to be getting the demo version deployed onto the website so that we have a nice website we can show off to people when they ask what I've been working on. So it's nice that I can just send them to the website. They don't got to download the game engine. They don't got to download the source code, even though that's available, but they can just go to the website and play it as they want. So it'll be cool. Dude, I think the loot minigame is going to be so hard on the phone. It's hard enough on keyboard. It's going to be tough on the phone. Yeah. Okay, but it's coming together. We got our step 3 for the current state machine. Let's go back to that where it's current step. We have to do the same thing, but when we change to a title state from the normal game over state. And then we'll remember to change we'll remember to change the font in the refinery. Yeah. Well, and then so Nurse, the mini game for the loot isn't on the web deployment yet. I'll have to push it to make it live on there, but you can at least do the free play loot in the version there that's on the website right now. And then I'll be sure, I'll ping everybody in the Discord once the demo is ready and live on Steam, which will be a cool day. So this is where we need it. This is the normal game over state, which we also just need to give us more health at the very least. It's the current state machine. So current, and then step gets 3, and we'll put this as what? Game over. Normal game over. Non-chasm game over. I don't know. Okay, so for right now, let's just say we're gonna go give our player some amount of health so that we don't get totally screwed. Because right now we just come back to life and don't do anything, And then we should probably also do this for the Chasm Death too, just to give us something. I haven't decided yet what the player's health is that I'm going to start him with. I do want heart containers to like up your total heart, but also some of the rendering for that is based on some specific math to like only have 8 hearts. So right here we have a half heart. Let's test dying not from a chasm and make sure that that works, because we just tested the chasm death. So let's die by getting spit on, which is what the bats do. They hawk Tua and kill ya. And then if we quit to the title screen, we go right to the fade in, which works. And then when we come back, we have 3 hearts, which is good. So we're not in a perpetual death state anymore. But it does like leave us in danger, right? It brought us back to the exact spot we were in, which I guess makes sense for right now. But we do have like a checkpoint system. So like when we fall into a pit here, it kind of pulls us in and we fall, and it basically places us at the last safe position we were at. So we have this checkpoint system right here that updates every like 2 seconds. It kind of saves our last active point as long as we weren't in danger. If we're in a colliding with a pit, then it won't save a checkpoint. So it's just a way it kind of puts us back on our old location. So we could have like a longer checkpoint to put us at a safer spot than the one we died in. Or we can just call it like that for now. I mean, if it puts you right in the middle of a bat, you know, maybe we just reset the entities when we reload our game. We just don't have that turned on yet because of the web deployment duality we got going on, so that's okay. I just want to make sure our refinery and the lady in the refinery is named after City of Straw, Ren. So she's Ren in there. And it's not the same character, but you know, just the name. Yeah, we have to go to, we want to set the font. We set the font to pixel font. Yeah, I was thinking about sneaking an alien in there somewhere too. Put a little Samo. Put a little kid running around with a stick and name him Samo. It's like, why is this one named Nurse? Why is this one named Ass Blaster? What the heck? Why is this kid named Ass Blaster? Yeah, where? I guess it's in the... We have this element, upgrade element object. And I think it's right here that we're rendering this. Yeah, when we're printing this, we want the font here to be set. Do we set our font anywhere here? No. Okay, I think we want to set this to classic font. We have 3 fonts going on, and I do not know the difference between any of them. Should have given them better names, but let's see if... Okay, dude, the title screen's looking so good. And we actually have a win condition. Oh, it's coming together. This... I don't think that's right. Yeah, I think it's maybe pixel font. Might be pixel font too. Who knows? Who knows? That's funny, Salto. I got a Ren before you did. okay, it's got to be Pixel Font 2. Pixel Font is like a 1 pixel Game Boy font. Pixel Font 2 is a monospace font for the dialogue system, so I'm pretty sure it is. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's the right one. Okay, yeah, I thought, okay. That's cool. Yeah, we can put an ash in the game. That would make a lot of sense since the volcano biome, you know? We could put an ash, we could put Aelin. And then I've been reading a book about Buddhism, and there's a ton of like concepts that I think are very synonymous with this game, or like I have words in this game for concepts that I'm learning about in Buddhism now. So like it's interesting that I'm finding these kind of parallels. So I ended up renaming the meditation idols to Zazen idols because there's a form of seated meditation called Zazen meditation. And I just thought, since Tashio sits down and meditates for that part, that would be a good name for that. Oh my... We should not have been able to get off screen like that. Why did that happen? Why did that happen? I've never seen that happen. Dude, this is what I'm really worried about, is like I'm like kind of done with the demo and then I give it to people and they find like a bunch of bugs and I just cannot fix it. Like that's what I'm worried about, is in 2 weeks that I just send people a playtest demo and they're just like, dude, I just kept crashing the game. Because it's like, if the game ever crashes, like totally my bad, totally not good. See, why did it not load the desert down here? Why did it freak out there? But yeah, we have another enemy of geckos modeled after Jimmy over there, who is off camera. What sucks is like I can never recreate the bugs, right? It's like, why did that happen? I'm gonna just be searching the desert for trying to get it to mess up again in order for me to try to figure out how to fix it. I guess I could watch the VOD and maybe see what screen it was on or what might have caused that, but it's just kind of like a shot in the dark trying to find some bugs sometimes. Okay, so we've got the tone, we got the title screen, we've got the death, we got the bug fix for the text in the refinery. So if you don't have this tunic equipped, he looks like he's doing push-ups. You know, it's kind of apparent that he's trying to push it, but nothing happens. It's not until you have your tunic equipped there that you can actually push it. Okay, I mean, this is good. We've got the title screen pretty much done. We've got the credits pretty much done. We do need to fix... There's a bug where if you play the song in the right scene and you cleanse the water, then if you play the song in the screen again, it'll try to overwrite the animated cleanse tiles, but there's nothing to overwrite. Like, it's looking for the old purple tiles, but they aren't there anymore, so it just like overwrites them with a non-animatable tile for some reason. So we need to make it so that that doesn't happen, which might mean we might have a boolean tied to the player for tome 1 success, and we would only cleanse the water on a successful play state on... Sorry, Jimmy's crawling around. I'm gonna see if I can fix the camera. Oh, look at that Jimmy! Oh, God. That's a Jimmy shot right there. Oh my god, Jimmy is so cute. We've got a couple Jimmy emotes here. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I think we need to... We have this Tome 1 success state trigger. And it basically does this thing where it locks in the player. We don't want to do... It's not here in the loot. It's actually when we... Actually... No, this is it. Yeah, it is right here. So we basically want to only do this... this animatable update. We don't want to change to a Tome 1 success state if we've already cleansed the water. If we were already successful in doing that. So we'd have to say something like, and we're not Tome 1 success. You know, so we can add this boolean Tome 1 success, and actually triggering it, as long as we initialize it to be false, we can say that this gets true here at this point, so it only happens once. So it's false, so this condition runs, and then we set it to true, and then when it evaluates next time, it is true, so this not would make it invalid, so it doesn't execute any of this, which means we don't switch to a cinematic state for the player or a success state, but we do at the end of the day want to turn off loot state to give us the ability to walk around again. So we'll have to try this and make sure this works as expected, but we still need to add to our player class a Tome 1 success to be false, initialized, and then we'll have to also remember to put this into the save data when the player serializes the binary save file. We need to include that field to make sure. So we'll test it out here. So I'll have to play the song twice here to test it. So we cleanse the water, it fades in, it gives us control back. Oh, it rolls credits first. We'll get rid of the credits debug, but if we speed it up there and get it faded back, get us gameplay back, then water's still animating. Now if we try to do it again, this is what caused us an issue. So if we do it right again, we don't do anything different, we just turn off tome state basically. Oh, perfect. It worked. Okay, so that was a good bug fix now. We just have to remember to add that to the save data when we go and save it. You know what, Nurse? We've been slacking. Yeah, he's going to have to make up for it for me, because there's just so little pixelage to work with here. You know, I mean, when you think about it, his eyes are 2 pixels tall, and eyes are about the same size as nipples sometimes. So that would be a 2 pixel nipple size, but there's 2 nipples, which is 4 pixels. It's a 16 by 16. So 4 out of, what is that? Trying to do the square area of the nipplage we can pull off and have it be realistic, you know, because I'm all about the proportions. I want to do a good job, you know. I'm not gonna hit the nip quota just cause, you know. It's gotta make sense for the story. It's gotta look good, you know. It's gotta not feel contrived. Yeah, one day the DLC. You know what? We'll do DLC. We'll slip it in. Yeah, we'll slip in the DLC. It's like DLC slippage that we can just sneak in there. You know, it'd be one of the tunics you can equip is just like nips out. Something like that. Okay, we're in good shape. We're in really good shape. Let's check our list here because I don't even know what we're working on next. I'm gonna upload the yeah, dude. Well, I wanted to make like a secret sheet music. Like a secret one that would unlock like a special Game Boy filter or a special nips out tunic equip. I don't think I have a picture of it even. But I was thinking to do like a special kind of Game Boy filter. Kind of like Cuphead when you get, you know, if you get certain achievements in Cuphead, you get certain filters. Okay, so let's see. Add demo trigger and write scene. Okay, yeah, we did that, so that's good. We've got, yeah, we need to work on this. We did touch that up. We do need to do that still. Prevent loot state and game over. We don't do that. Respawn health. We did that. It's not a great one. We just give ourselves 6. Okay, yeah, we don't have a lot left. We do not have a lot left. I'm gonna try to find real quick if I can see. I made like a little mock-up. I am not finding it though. Oh, here. So this is like, that's like a Tashio Game Boy filter, but ignore that part. But like to put like a green filter on it to turn it into like Game Boy. So I was messing around with shaders, right? So I didn't have to make green sprites. I just kind of tinted everything green. So that wasn't my first experiment with that. So I'm wanting to do like a secret loot song to do that. But now that Salto says it, the nips out tunic might be special. It's like you just poke everybody's eyes out whenever you fight them. If they get too close, they just pop their eyes out. But yeah, in the game there's, you know, fire, you know, Flamma is the fire element named from stole it from Free Run. But so we got Flamma, which is fire, which is good against geckos and bats. We have Aquis, which is the water spell, which is going to be good against the boars. Stole that from Princess Mononoke. And then Echo is the green one, and it does reflective spells. So it's a pure defensive one, but you have to kind of time it. So in the desert, there's going to be either scorpions or cobras. I haven't fully decided yet. I kind of want like some spitting cobras that shoot at you, and you can reflect it back at them and make them freak out and run away. And then Lox is the light spell, and it shoots like a straight line of light, and those are good against the ice crows up in the mountain. So like more of a distance. Oh yeah, that would be gnarly. You go bring their eyeballs to a cauldron and cook up a stew. Cook up a little elixir. This is getting dark. Well, because the whole thing with this game, this game is like all about restoring peace in the world. So we'd have to tone it back a bit on slicing people's eyeballs out. It's a good idea. I like the eyeball trophies. But the whole thing is like even in here, we're not killing the bats. We cleanse them of the corruption that they've been dealing with, and then they just F off, So we're gonna have, you know what? We probably should have in the demo like a little corrupted pit. Like I want like a little oozing pit here on Gecko Road, because over here there's gonna be the corrupted geckos here. And the idea is there's like these like pools of corruption, and then as you cleanse the biomes, it kind of like, cuts out the corrupted leakage there. And then the next time you go there, they're just normal. And then there's like the second part of the game where you have to throw berries at them or feed, geckos like berries, birds like seed. I don't know what the hell cobras like. Or boars. Boars will like apples, I guess. So we'll have to... We don't have any of those mechanics in the game yet, so that kind of sucks. But we don't have any permanent cleansing of the animals yet either, so these aren't going to make it to the demo, but we do want it to be part of the bigger overall game. Okay, so I think, we're making good progress. Tomorrow, I think I have a short work day tomorrow, so I'm hoping I can get a little stream in during the day, but I think tomorrow we're going to be working on a couple of these things like, let's see, we want to do a couple of these little things like prevent the loot state and game over, add the green tunic for death animation. And then if we can get both of those two things, this is technically done. We're not touching that up anymore. If we can get these two things done tomorrow, then over the weekend and on the weekend streams, I'll probably start to add these 10 to 15 screens in the overworld designed, which is going to be maybe like 4 panels upwards into the forest with the inn, or not the inn, with the village. So we'll need a couple little huts for people, a little bit of road, maybe a little fountain or something. And then that's going to be a big one for the demo, so that it feels a little bit bigger than just like the placeholder stuff. We'll add the geckos to Gecko Road, which we need to add this. Limited inventory. This means basically take out all the berries and the magic dust, because we don't have those in the game yet. So it's a little unfortunate. The only item that can be equipped is the loot. So I don't really like that. I would like that, other than the key items like our spellcaster tunic or tome, we can equip those, but those are our key items. Our normal items, there's only a loot right now, which I'm not super thrilled about for the demo. I'd like one other item, but it's okay. And then we'll work on the NPCs. Okay, so that's the game plan. We'll do a couple of bug fixes, and then we'll start designing the village. And then once we have enough village, we'll add the NPCs, and then we'll keep doing little bug fixes, which we crashed the game today, which wasn't good. So we'll have to do that soon too. Okay. Well, thank you for the raid, Salto. that was a fun little stream. I hope you had a good stream, homie. We will pass the raid train along here, and I will run credits, and we will call it a night. But I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for the follow, Filthy. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the chats, y'all. We'll run credits and find someone to raid. I like to hit people who are streaming game dev. Looks like Small Block Boy's on. He just started, so we'll jumpstart his stream here and say what's up. Actually, no, he's been going 3 hours, not 3 minutes. But anyway, thanks for hanging, y'all. Catch you later. Hope you all have a good night. Thanks for watching.